Anyways, okay. I'm going to be talking about Jack Kerouac today.
Nice.
Nice, yeah. Jack Kerouac, born on March 12th, 1922, in Lowell, Massachusetts. And he died on my birthday, my 6th birthday, October 21st, 1969, when I turned 6 years old that day. And so I figured I'm going to channel him tonight. Anyways, he was 47 when he passed on, and he died of internal bleeding due to long-term alcohol use. He had cirrhosis of the liver, and I guess a couple weeks before he passed on, he got in a bar fight, and somebody just walloped the hell out of his stomach, and it just kind of like screwed up his guts, and yeah, and it's like the day before he passed on, he was out sitting on his front porch, writing a little bit, for the book he was writing, and then he just kind of felt uneasy, walked in the house, and he just started throwing up blood, and the next day, they rushed to the hospital, and the next day, they operated on him, but he never woke up from that operation, and he passed on shortly thereafter. He's of French ancestry, and he only spoke French up until he was 6 years old, and that's when he began to learn English. And so he was also in the Merchant Marines from 1942 to 1943. I kind of like this. They discharged him on a medical because as a medical examiner, they said that he was kind of like a little cuckoo. And Kerouac said, "I just can't stand it. I like to be by myself." So they discharged him, honorable discharge. He was a indifferent character, quote unquote, with a diagnosis of schizoid personality.
Wow.
Yeah. He was a pioneer of the Beat generation. His contemporaries were William S. Burroughs and Allen Ginsberg. And his literary career included many poems, one of which I will read to you tonight, in books such as On the Road, Dharma Bones, and Desolation Angels. To sum up the mind of Kerouac, in a quick short sentence, this is something from Dharma Bones. The only people for me are the mad ones, the ones who are mad to live, mad to talk, mad to be saved, desirous of everything at the same time, the ones who never yawn or say a commonplace thing, but burn, burn, burn. Like fabulous yellow Roman candles exploding like spiders across the stars. In the middle, you see the blue center light pop, and everything goes, ah. Isn't that rad? So yeah, it's like this poem I'm about to read. Really quick, from what I read of it, and analyzing of it, the first part of it was written when he was really feeling down. He was really kind of like in the middle of a heavy depression, but as he's kind of like gets towards the finish of it, he kind of goes into where he's like found new love, or discovered something new going on in his life that's like brings out the positive in him. And it's written not for like any specific audience, but more it's meant to be like one of those found things that people discover and they read maybe to others or read for themselves. So without any further ado, this is Nebraska by Jack Kerouac. It's one of his more obscure poems, I've come to find out, but I kind of like it. April doesn't hurt here like it does in New England. The ground, vast and brown, surrounds dry towns located in the dust, off the coming locust. Life for survival, not for kicks. Be a band-tailed describer, like a shrouded traveler, a textile tenement and birds flying in your ears. A Burroughs extract described getting paid. An angry hunger, hungry is anger. Who fears the hungry feareth the angry. And so I come home to golden far away. 'Twas on the horizon every blessed day, as we rolled and we rolled like Donner Tragic Pass, through April in Nevada, in our Salt City way, to the dry Nebraskas and sad Wyomings, where young girls and pretty lover boys with Mickey Mantle eyes wander under moons, saw on a lost cradle, and judge old Fastier passes wiggling by to ask a young love. Was it the same wind of April plains, Eve, that ruffled dress of my lost love? Luana, in the western far-off night, lost as a whistle of the passing train, everywhere was drones moaning, the deep bass of vom, vom. Was it the same love? Notify my bones as mortify yours now. Children of the soft whelm in April night could have been, but was. And on the prairie, wildflower blows. In the night for bees and birds, and sleeping Indian hidden animals of life. The Chicago spinners in the spotty street. Cheap beans, loop, girls made eyes at me, and I had 35 cents in my pocket. Then Toledo, springtime starry. Lover night of hot rod boys and cool girls a wandering, in search of April, pain, and a splash of rain. Will not dispel the fumigating hell of Lover Lane, this Parker Rose as blue as bees in former Ariel poses. Oh, Ariel, oh, hoses away. No tamarind and I can't get that word. Figancine can be mustard mind, be less kind, soul. But bring forth your sunflower, me Montana, phosphorescent rose, enriched in fairy land. I'd understand it all. Thank you very much. Hey, I was going to do like the little...
Yeah, that's
You
right.
get
That's
the
what
beat thing first.
You should have let me do that while
Oh,
you were
yeah, that would have been rad.
That's
Kind of
the
keep the
beat,
beat.
that's the-
I can do it again.
We should be sitting in a dark coffee house.
Yeah, cigarette smoke permeating the air.
Yeah. Alas, the University of the West, rolling hill, down we go. Right?
Any questions?
We could make it right now. It was just talking back then.
Yeah.
That was poetry. It
Yeah.
didn't rhyme.
No, not at all, man.
Freehand.
Yeah, it was freehand, and people would just get up and start like.
Just it's like rapping, man.
Rapping, yeah.
Like
Freestyle.
that was the beats were kind of like the originators of the rap battle.
But what was
Yeah.
cool, what I like about Kerouac is that he traveled the whole world,
Yeah.
the country, and he wrote about it, and that's what I loved about it when I read. That's what
Yeah.
interested me.
Yeah,
I
from what I
wanted
heard, he
to
was on the
travel,
road when he
too.
wrote
Yeah.
that, and he was really just
And
kind of feeling lonely.
when you read that, you can sense the places that he stops, and even like talking about the sunflowers.
Mhm.
You know, you've been there, like in Kansas, where the sunflowers are blooming. There's just so much yellow, and
Yeah.
seeing those dusty towns that are dying by the wayside.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. I want to do that, travel.
Thank you, everybody.
Jose, you